Rwanda is a metaphor of the ambivalence of a human being.
For every photo, there's a story behind it from our trip.
It was a beautiful and complex experience.
The world has become a lot smaller since I've gone.
The experience of Rwanda, that is like a human experience. You have that experience of how far we can go in terms of inhumanity as a human being. And at the same time, to discover how the same human being is able to recover.
I think it's the presence and the closeness of death and life, and hope and despair. Religion, racism, all of these things are coming together in one pot to perpetuate hate.
From April to July 1994, 1 million people killed. For April to July, you are having like 4 million people turn into killers.
The course that we put together focused on post-genocide Rwanda, so Rwanda since 1994. Out of those discussions, we came up with the idea of adding a fieldwork component in Rwanda. So it combined photography, religion, history.
We were there for 2 weeks, so the first week was mostly to learn about the genocide, and the second week about Rwandan reconstruction.
For me, what was the most impactful part was learning about the reconciliation efforts, how people were able to forgive other people.
One of the things we did is we visited a massacre site and we spoke with a survivor and a perpetrator.
Seeing them talking to each other at this moment and then having like a whole conversation, laughing together and like having their own like family mingle with each other, and then hearing their narrative and like how they've healed, it was very moving for me.
Both the survivor that we had spoke to and the perpetrator that we had spoke to were hurting, and both needed each other to kind of move on in a sense.
We sat outside on the grass and I think you could have heard a pin drop when they spoke because it was so intense. Yeah, I don't think it's an experience I'll ever forget. And I think we all were, felt the same way. It was heavy though.
One of the major hurdles and challenges of anything like this is obviously being aware of the ethics of photography when you're photographing another culture, another community, other people. They turned out a great exhibition and a fabulous book.
I'm really happy with the photos that I did take. They are work that I'm proud of, and I think it is representative of my experience.
I kind of lost hope with how the world was going. And then hearing their story kind of gave me hope there's still some goodness out there. There are good people out there that are willing to forgive even though they've went through something very horrible.
As human beings, it's easy to want to focus on the goodness, but you don't get the good without the bad. So I think just processing all of those things all at the same time and understanding that this had to happen in order for Rwanda to be as beautiful as a country as it is now, to interact with people who were so kind and so welcoming to us, and so willing to share their story, to share their country. We didn't feel like foreigners. We felt like family. And I left Rwanda feeling like it's a part of me.